Retrieving data. Welcome back everybody. I'm Prakash Pradhan, your trainer for this entire series. In this topic, we're going to go further bit in order to retrieve a data having a certain condition. It's not like that whenever you are asked a question to display all the contents of your file, they're going to simply give you the name of file and the field name and they ask you to display the content. But sometimes you might come across certain criteria as well. That means you might be asked to display a data only if you meet the certain criteria or the certain condition. So in order to do this kind of program, so let's go to QBasic and create ourselves one file. So I'm going to create one sequential data file that will be something like your result sheet. Now from there we are going to work out how to search for certain criteria. So let's start creating one file first. Okay, so I'm going to create one result sheet since we are talking about creating a new file. So that's why I do believe that you all know the meaning of this. So let's give a name of your file. Let's say result. So we are going to give a name of your file. Result.dat. Okay, so this is a name. So how many records are we going to go? So at least let's have 5 records. So that's why I'm going to give 1 to 5. And what are the field name? So okay, so field name might be let's say your name and marks in any 4 subject. Let's say Nepali, English, Science, Computer. Okay, now the field name is written over there. That means that data type is the string. So that's I'm going to use $, and rest all are the number actually. That means marks for Nepali, English, Science and Computer, these are all integer values. So that's why I suggest you to go for only the one letter so that it's gonna save your time. So let's say NESC. Now it's not only the name and marks that you are going to store over here. Of course we'll have to find it out the total, average and the result as well in a one program so that it will be easy for you. So let's find out first total. So total will be Nepali plus English plus Science plus Computer. Now total is done, and of course the average as well. So let's go for average is equals to total divide how many subjects are there? 4. Now the next point is that if I want to store one more field having a name as a result also, that means that particular student's data that you're going to supply is pass or fail. So in that case I need to make a condition itself over here to decide whether that student is pass or fail. Now as a condition we are going to apply that if any of the subject mark is less than 40, then that student will be marked as a fail. Otherwise it is pass. Okay, it's only pass fail. We are not going for the grading. So let's have a condition now. If marks in Nepal is greater than equals to 40 and marks in English is greater than equals to 40 and marks in science is greater than equals to 40 and marks in computer is greater than equals to 40. Now if a student meet this criteria, and then what you want to do, then result will be stored as a pass. That means result dollar, because it's a word, so that's why we'll have to use the string variable. I do believe that you know the rule. Okay, so result is equals to pass, but it's not mandatory that all the marks that you enter will be all the time at least 40. It might be less also. In that case we're going to write result dollar is equals to fail. Now the data, before you write this, your control statement has to be terminated. What do you say? Should I terminate now, or it should be terminated after closing the next time? And the answer over here is that first you need to terminate your control statement. So end if. Now the loop is not terminated. Okay, so that's why I need to write the data first. So I'm going to write the data which I supplied first now. That means just now. So first name and marks in all the 4 subjects, and then we do have total, we do have average, and we do have result. So these are the data that we have supplied just now, and then I'm going to terminate this, then close the loop. So this is nothing, just we created a one scenario over here so that we are going to write a program to retrieve our data having a particular condition. So that condition would be something like that: display all the results, those average are, let's say, something having at least 70 and result is pass. That means 2 conditions are going to be applied in order to retrieve our data. Okay, so let's supply our data for this program first. Okay, let's say first name is Ram. Let's give 100, 100, 100, 100. So next one is Lakshman, let's say 99, 99, 99, 99. It's not like that we give a marks only for pass. In that case, we'll not be able to, exclude some of the records that does not meet the criteria. So that's why let's give some marks to some student as well, less than 40. So let's say Amit, let's give 01, 01, 01, 01. So these are the 4 marks, okay? And then let's say Rohan, let's say 44, 55, 66, but 39. Now this will be calculated as a fail now. So last one is, let's say Pratik, let's say 99, 99, 99, 99. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records are done now. So the name of your data file is result.dat. And this program what we wrote just now is a program file. I do believe that you know. Now I don't need to save this program file, because our prime concern over here in this program was to write a program to retrieve a data having a particular condition. Now we are going to write a program taking this program as a base to display only those records whose averages are greater than equals to 70 and result must be pass. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a new file. So file name is result.dat. So I would like to display the content. That means my mode will be I. Is result.dat. Okay, now while not EOF, I do believe you already know the meaning of this function. And then we are going to load the data. What were the data? Name and marks info subject. Then total, average and result. Okay, since the result is string, so that's why you'll have to provide a dollar over here. But now we are going to apply a condition in order to retrieve the data. So that's why our condition is if average is greater than is equals to 70 and result should be pass, otherwise we are not going to display the data. Then we are going to print it, and let's give a print in the same line so that it saves your time as well. So name, A, B, C, D, these all are your marks, total, average, result dollar. Okay, now so I need to close the loop. Okay, I need to close the program. I need to end the program. Now if I run this program, let's see the output. What is the output? 1, 2, 3. Now since we gave over here your comma, so that's why it's giving a tab space. So let's bring the data close so that it will be easy for you to view as well. Okay, so let's give this semicolon. Okay, enough. So let's run the program. Now you see 3 students have passed and their average is greater than 70 as per the condition that we have defined over here. Okay, so if you'd like to have a look in a close view, so let's do that, no problem. Okay, now if I run it, see the result. These are the 3 students whose average is greater than equals to 70 and their result is pass. Okay, now if you would like to display a result, those who are failed, okay, those who are failed, so in that case we can use only one condition as well. That means if result is equals to fail, then we are going to display all this record. That means we'd like to see the record of only failed students. So the condition is if result is equals to fail, then you print all this record. That means how many records are going to be displayed? Only 2. So who are failed over here? Amit is failed because he got 111, average is 4, and the Rohan is also failed because the average is or the condition that we have defined last time in order to count as a pass or fail, that was the 40. Minimum pass marks was the 40. So that's why these 2 students are failed. So this kind of question you might face when you sit for your board exam. So that's why be prepared that whenever you use the input mode in order to display the content of your file, it's not only about displaying a content in an easiest manner. You might come across certain criteria as well. So if you'd like to see all the records over here, okay, without having any condition, as it is the way that you have stored last time, so in that case what you can do, after loading the record, you can simply print the data. So let's do that also before we wind up this session. So I'm going to write a program to display all the contents, all the records that we have actually stored, written in your data file. The data file name was result.dat. Now over here there is no condition, print, there is no condition. So let's run it now. So it's going to display all the records. So this way it will help you to retrieve a data having a particular condition. So in our next video, now we are going to continue our next mode. That means the next file mode was your append mode. So after that only we will be able to go to the deleting and modifying the certain record. So I do believe it was in easiest form. It will add something to your knowledge. If you find it fruitful, please do like and subscribe. Thank you.